Hey everyone, today we are back in the weekly pack, and man, this weekly is so much fun. Yeah, it has the Snipe Albatross combo and all that, which I use heavily, but why we're here today is for the Yellow Boxfish, the pet in the front of my team right here. We're starting with another bonus compilation. The Yellow Boxfish will set the attack and health of the most healthy pet on any team to 20. At level 2 it works on 2 pets, at level 3 it works on 3 pets. With a mushroom, use your imagination. So as you see here, we're in a full-on snipe war. The only thing that we have left is a Yellow Boxfish. It makes both their units very, very healthy, and it's just a wild place to be. So I was trying to set up teams that could use the Yellow Boxfish to my benefit. My thought was maybe snipe them, and then hopefully mostly my team is left, so it's ensuring maybe 2 out of the 3 units are on my team that it transforms the stats of. But then I get teams like this, where you see I have the amalgamation flying fish setup. Decided to go with the Monty, with that Eagle, Owl, Falcon. Great team setup here. One of the strongest I think you can have in the weekly. And we buff their Hippo, but we get a 63 damage Monty on their Hippo. So I'm like, you know what? We might be able to make this work. Maybe the Boxfish doesn't really show off its power, but maybe we make it work. And we hit their PDF here, but we might be able to get through with our equipment, absorb the snipes. And if you see, we needed to win that trade because they have 32 trumpets. So that's kind of the story of this weekly. I ran a lot of different variations of this Boxfish team, just trying to find something between snipes, summons, brute force. What can I do that basically guarantees I'm going to get victory? And this was a somewhat promising run with this Beluga Wombat, Husky Saiga Antelope. The Saiga Antelope, if you've seen, I believe it was my second weekly video after the blind weekly. It was a Beluga Wildebeest primary video, so this would have made that video. However, you see we get the mushroom from the star fruit. I'm thinking about it. I don't know why I'm necessarily thinking about this, because I have to do it. Whether it's going to be good or bad, you got to put the mushroom on the Yellow Boxfish. So now we're going to transform 4 units to 2020. And I think it works so that if after the first transformation, if there's no units that are above 20 HP, it'll just transform those 20 HP, those 2020 units again, which we're going to see here. So transform, and we turn into a Nyala, which is amazing because we had a Wildebeest in the Beluga. So literally just the perfect setup. I'm like, all right, this team can do it. We got the Wildebeest set up. I figured if anything can get this done, it's the Wildebeest. And we get another mushroom. And I'm like, you can't, mushroom on Wombat and Beluga aren't the best. I guess Wombat wouldn't be terrible. I didn't think about that since Wombat is before attack now. I should have just thrown it on the Wombat. But I figured there's an amalgamation right there. We have a really good summon team. It's kind of the perfect setup. We could just throw the mushroom on the amalgamation to basically maybe get another Saiga Antelope trigger, and maybe if we get sniped, we can ensure we're still going to get that mana and that 8 attack. So it took a while to make that decision, but this was like the most promising run I had, so that's why I want to focus on it in the beginning here, because the main run is just so much different than any of these bonus clips. And I really like showing the main run from the beginning, showing how we got there. But let's see what we get here. We transform 2 units. Same 2 units get transformed again. We copy a Patagonian Mara. It uses all of our trumpets. We have no trumpets for our Wildebeest. I think there's a chance we would have won that without. But the Yellow Boxfish and our best run was not our demise. It was the Wombat. Rev GT. What are we doing? What are we doing? Oh, it just hurts the soul to see a pet that we love so much just hurt us. That is all. Moving on. Now we get into the main run here. So another main run, I'm very surprised where I'm not taking horse in the beginning, or I didn't find horse in the beginning. And typically if I don't find horse, I just figure I'm going to probably lose a round or two very quick. So let's just roll for the 2 level ups. So I'm basically just rolling for a groundhog at the end there. And luckily we found it. So now we have the double level ups. It's kind of the second best start in my opinion. The only better start being getting that groundhog on the team before ending that second turn. And we get the puppy and a hatching chick. It's the typical, like, anything you can take to invest in later rounds. There's very, very few pets that are like invest in later rounds pets. Most of the pets are like tempo and have some sort of synergy, in battle ability, start a battle. I think you get what I'm saying. So yeah, a lot of times I'm just greeting for just the whatever I can to invest in later. And I'm even greeting for guinea pig, the wyverns there. It's kind of the perfect setup. I figure I can do 3 rolls. If anything, I'll throw food. I didn't freeze that broccoli. Luckily, I roll into a broccoli. And this run, like I said, it's a lot different from the other yellow boxfish runs. It's just, I would never have thought that this was the way I was going to get it done. The yellow boxfish video I had previously, I was trying to go like the Lynx boxfish stuff, and surprise, it didn't work. So a big portion of the video was just showing how like I was trying to use boxfish and it just wasn't working. And then eventually I think I just scaled up a team a lot, or I got like a unit to 50-50, and it was a Lynx albatross team. I think what happened was I compatoed into an albatross from a mantis, so I had a 50-50 albatross with like 2 level 3 lynx around it, and I basically just brought in a yellow boxfish, pilled it to remove 30-30 stats from the albatross, and I still won the game. So I was like, and my whole thought was, this pet does nothing but hurt me, so I'm going to intentionally hurt myself before it has the chance to hurt me. And I still won the game, and I thought it was a great concept of like just doing something you would otherwise never want to do. Like, why would you ever want to remove 30-30 in stats? And we actually do something very similar in this run. I don't remember what my achievement run for the yellow boxfish was. I'm assuming it was either the Snipe or summon team, and I happened to just get something over the line. That was like a very high roll of the other pets, and I just happened to get the boxfish level 3 at the end. It was probably with a hatching chick, I'm assuming. A lot of the achievements that are very difficult to get, you end up getting with a Quetzalcoatl or a level 3 hatching chick, or just a very high roll like alpaca crow shenanigans, or just a gold generating kind of roll build. So yeah, not sure what to do. I thought about taking the puppy, but then I think I'm so close to level 3 hatching chick. Why don't I just go for it? I say it all the time. If you're close to a level 3 hatching chick, you should do anything in your power to get it. But I actually choose to be a little disciplined. The 2-2 in stats isn't bad. We essentially got 4-4 in stats there instead of rolling the whole turn down. I figure it's better. We still take the L. People are running double Nyala turn 7. That's 16-16 in stats. That's bigger than everything on our team from just 2 units, spending 6 gold. It's just so scary. And that's the power of the wyvern. Looky here. Level 3 hatching chick. So what I'm going to do is simply go ultimate scumbag scaling setup right now. We already have the rootling at pretty high health, so anything we pivot in is immediately going to guarantee get scaled by the rootling. If we keep tossing pairs occasionally on the rootling, we should be able to keep up. It's kind of tough to push the team to 50-50, but if you bring in a husky, then the husky can buff the rootling. I was hoping I could get a rootling from the Venus flytrap. There's been times when I like trying to go multiple rootlings. It's kind of fun. So like the strongest ones buffing the weaker ones, Weaker ones are buffing each other. It's kind of a tough one though. And it's pretty funny the road we take here. It's gonna get a few more rounds of just kind of dilly-dallying around, and then things really start to happen. And the great thing about the level 3 hatching chick is you can just immediately start leveling stuff up. And it's turn 9, we're leveling stuff up, so we hopefully can pivot in some tier 6s here that'll really just help us out, benefit from the scaling, and we can really just get ahead of the curve. Because the whole goal in going like a meta scumbag scaling run like this is you absolutely must outpace your opponents, and you must outpace them in a way that it's going to counter the things that counter you. So what's the most difficult thing in this pack right now? It's the snipes. So we need to be healthy enough that we can absorb snipes and then be healthy enough to wipe their team after. It's actually a very interesting little gamble I take. I was thinking at this point in the run, I was not thinking Yellow Boxfish. I was thinking maybe I just go double Harpy Eagle. So I was thinking of going double Harpy Eagle, put a chocolate on another, and leaving separate Harpy Eagles, because I believe Harpy Eagle is one of the strongest units in this pack, especially like from the Beluga, obviously the Wildebeest. I'm always going to preach that. But I decided to go the Alpaca because then I could get the level 2 Harpy Eagle, sell the Alpaca, and bring something in. Unfortunately, I just don't like what's in the shop, even though there's an amalgamation, which would be amazing for this team. I just don't like it. And that's not even because I was thinking Boxfish. It's because I was thinking another Harpy Eagle potentially. I don't know. I didn't know what to do with this team. I was like, I have an insane scaling setup. How crazy would it be to run into 2 level 3 Harpy Eagles? It's kind of like my running like the double Wildebeest teams. It's like just going overkill. It's like when you see this team, you're like, sweet mother of God. Sweet mother of Hyrule. What has this person done? And there's the other one. So I was like, you know what? This could happen. I could go for this Harpy Eagle. And then I wasn't looking at the pack, by the way, either. I'm pretty familiar with what's in here, but I didn't remember that Bakunawa was in. I was like, oh, this is like the best pet, especially with the Harpy Eagle. Get the Harpy in second. Hopefully it lines up with some of the Bakunawa sleepies. And then hopefully it can get multiple triggers off, especially considering we can't run equipment with the Husky. I guess we could run equipment on the Husky and one other pet, which I should do soon. I don't think I'd do it for a while. Yeah, like I said earlier, gonna throw the occasional pair on the rootling just to make sure I stay ahead of the curve, even though we're nowhere close. And gonna throw the melon on the Husky, so there's a good sign. I would have liked to throw a piece of equipment probably on the hatching chick or Bakunawa to ensure the rootling and the Harpy Eagle get hit by the Husky every time, but that's fine. And I think the Sleepy is not going to line up, but look at that. I mean, Sleepy is like the strongest thing, and I was like, okay, well, this is a win. This is an obvious win. The Boxfish shows up, and this is the first time I thought in this run, wait a second. What if we're just so strong that we just reduce our stats intentionally and go for that? Like, I don't know if I'm explaining this right. But we're going to reject all stats. We're going to reject all the scaling we've been investing in. And we're going to hope that it can get across the line. Because here's the main thought behind it. If the our team is very scaled. If the Boxfish is going to hit our units, it means the opposing team is not that strong. Yes, they might have a ton of summons. They might have a ton of trumpets. That's the risk we're willing to take. If it hits our units, that means they're weak. Hopefully we can still win the battle anyway. If the Boxfish hits their team, then great. That means they're stronger than our team. That means they have 50-50s that we're reducing. So that's like best case scenario. So you see here they have trumpets. It's kind of scary, but it's 20 trumpets. And we have 20 attack. Unfortunately, we have Sleepy as well, but the melon is so crucial. And a shout out to the rejected audio from, I think I made that when Grounded SAP made his reject scaling run. His reject scaling returned to 1-1. The lynx, level 3 lynx with mushroom pteranodon. Pilling the lynx so you get 5 lynx, all 1-1 level 3s. I got obsessed with that concept of just reject scaling, not necessarily the mushroom pill 1-1. Just going like base, as close to base stats, not necessarily bringing in scalers. I run scalers so much, so I recorded my voice and went into like did a little editing on it and made this little thing you're gonna hear here. And yeah, so you see the boxfish is basically rejecting our stats, and we still barely have enough to trade, and we're scraping by. Draws are not what I want to see, because although our team is scaling heavily on paper, in the battlefield, we are not scaling. We are at 2020 stat line flat. Unless it works on them, but most of the other teams, as you're seeing, it's not that case. We're not running into teams that are more scaled than us. Even so, 34, 29, and 28 health, are those our highest? Yeah, it's going to be really hard for teams to have more than that. Yeah. So ridiculous. They have 36 trumpets. Oh my word. And we go down to 1 heart. At this point, I was like, you have got to be kidding me. I had a level 2 Baku Nawa in here. We were all ready to go. I took this. I did not even know what to do. I already had an eggplant on the hatching chick. I really didn't know what to do. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to take another eggplant. This is just such a meme run. It's like, if this can somehow win, then the sap gods are rewarding me. And I must say, I did go in and pill a bunch of bison recently in custom packs, and I made a crazy video. And the reason I switched video editing software is because something happened, and all the work I put into that video, it seems like I lost. So I was hoping that would come out soon, but we'll see. We'll see. Let's see what happens. All 3 of our units get stats rejected back to 2020, and 36 trumpets. The level 3 Harpy Eagle is so good. Oh man. We even had the Husky to spare. I couldn't believe it. I was very confident at this point. And like I said, we don't need the scaling, so we can take equipment on everything. I should take the tomato on the boxfish. Actually, the boxfish is the one thing we can use scaling on. Maybe that's why I skipped the tomato at first. But I figure, is it 8 or 10 damage tomato? A 10 damage tomato is better than the 3-3 in scaling we would get from the Husky. So now we have a level 3 Husky. We have equipment on everything. We have a level 3 boxfish that's going to hit all of our units because we hit their beetle. We have not 1 but 2 eggplants. And I believe we have units that have higher health than our rootling now. So maybe not that last one. I think I'm stretching it there. But you get what I'm saying. This run is just an utter mess. And that's exactly what I expect from a yellow boxfish. Let's freaking go. So now, now that we got all that out of our system, we're going to pivot a little bit. In the bonus clips, I have many runs that I believe would have been main runs. But this weekly is just giving me so many gems and so many gifts. What's coming up for next video while we're looking at this here? We got upcoming... Wait, what's going on? I'm selling everything. Oh, it's gonna be a 2 Squad Marty. Let's freaking go. So upcoming, I've gotten a couple Adventures of Turn 1 Tier 2s. I think I won at least one of them. I don't remember if I won both of them. I got another sloth. I got a sloth in this weekly pack. I couldn't believe it. And I have so many. I think I'm probably gonna have 1 or 2 more videos. I don't care. I'm shameless at this point. I'm spamming the weekly. I think I'm pretty much done at this point, but I have so many what I think are worthy recordings that, yeah, we're going all out. I'm showing all the glory of the weekly pack. What's the other one? Oh, the return of the Honduran Tamarin. The Honduran Whitebat and Pied Tamarin, a tier 1 or tier 2 and a tier 1 respectively. That is such a great combo. Real quick, take a look at the Bakunawa. This is what I was saying with how strong it is. We would have never won this if it wasn't for the Bakunawa in this battle. Oh, and it was a draw. That's crazy. Check out the Bakunawa in this next battle too, while I'm just rambling away. So the Honduran Whitebat, the Pied Tamarin, of course mixed with some other pets that both utility pets and pets to just help add to the destruction. I ran it before in custom packs. It was very, very difficult to get across the line, even with very high rolls, with mushrooms and all the equipment I needed. I was going for it in full force in this, and it's a pretty punishing weekly to go for it in, considering you need the Albatross to survive for the Pied Tamarin to be fully effective. But nonetheless, let's look at the 2 Squad Marty. We actually get the dub. Let's freaking go. Turn 16. It is possible. I'm telling you, it is possible. So here's another couple bonus clips here. I just wanted to show the giant isopod is one of 2 achievements I needed in this weekly pack. The other one being the jeweled caterpillar. I'm definitely going to go for the jeweled caterpillar again in custom packs. I'm not going to grind for it here, but I figured it might be a good opportunity to get the giant isopod here. So I had a decent run with this high roll lynx, and I'm at 9 trophies, 1 heart remaining. I need 1 more experience, so I have to sell that anteater, unfortunately. And I have an albatross frozen, so we're going middle lynx surrounded by albitri. And I just wanted to get the achievement done. I was like, please let this wombat copy something great. It actually copies. Check that. We sniped the Neala, so the wombat can't copy it. We lose out on 24 trumpets. We would have had the tomato snipe that made it 24 HP on the falcon, so we would have at least drawn. Do not fret. I made up for it shortly after with a very similar hatching chick high roll, double level 3 husky, absolute scumbag scaling run. Got the jelly to 50-50. One of the few units I actually got to 50-50 in this weekly. It's turn 17, 9 trophies. We still have all 3 hearts remaining. Basically everything's level 3. The jellyfish did not need the levels, so I just didn't even worry about it. And it's at the point, yeah, we're just throwing pairs on stuff. I figure if I lose this round, I can start just throwing equipment on everything, and we should be able to win. And yeah, this final bonus clip we're running into is another one that I think would be worthy of a main run in many different cases. You're gonna see the battle open up here, and pay very close attention to this battle. It's very important what this opponent has and what's left on their team at the end. And I'm just going to say here, if you hung around this long, I really do appreciate it. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Let's see what they have. They have 4 trumpets, they have a falcon, the golden retriever ends, the Venus flytrap is sitting in the shop. I already have the achievement, but I like to take it as a good challenge. Can I get a golden retriever, level 3, get the win? As always, have a fantastic day. We'll catch you in the next one.
It hits me like a tidal wave every time you say my name. It hits me like a tidal wave. It hits me like a tidal wave. A tidal wave. Tidal wave. Tidal wave. Tidal wave. I was so blind, waiting patient on the shoreline. Now you're leaving, but I know you got your reasons too. I didn't like a tidal wave. Every time you say my name, it hits me like a tidal wave. It hits me like a tidal wave. A tidal wave. Tidal wave. Tidal wave. Tidal wave. I am broken, words unspoken. I'm afraid I'm drowning underneath. I got lost inside my feelings. Now I can't seem to find my way to breathe. Need you by my side. I can't sleep at night. Let's get lost in time. Leave it all behind. Love can get so rough. Hope that I'm enough. So let me be the one for you. I'm trying not to let go of my pride, but every time you come back, it's like falling down these lies again. This feeling that I have deep down inside, I just wanna be the